Well, welcome back to Heath's house, where we do a little bit of everything all the time, and it usually turns out right. This time, I had a hard time because there's not many videos out here or instructions on how to change the high intensity bulb on a 2015 Toyota Sienna. I actually had to find a video for a 2011 another Toyota. I can't remember what kind it was, but it was similar enough where it helped me out. We got to get in there and take all this apart. So I don't know how I'm going to do on this video here. There is not much space. That's probably as good as I'm going to get right there. But we got to pull this connector off that's right here on the back, and then this twists sideways, and then there's a ballast on the inside that twists sideways, and then two clips and the bulb comes out. So I'll try to get all that for you. This clip here, it's not coming, so I'm going to try to take this off first. Oh yeah, see, there's the clip there. I can't even get my hand to it. Alright, so now we got that clip. No, it doesn't want to come off here either. Alright, there it goes off. So we got that clip off. This comes off. And on the inside of here is the ballast, which is right there. That turns an eighth of a turn and then slides off. Alright, so now we got this out of the way. And that's what the ballast is. That's what turns. Set this to the side. And then here, there's two clips on either side of that bulb. I have some pictures I'll post too, but you got to find those, and then you push them in and then towards the bulb and out, and it unlocks it. So push it in and towards the bulb and unlocks it, and then the bulb pulls straight out. So there's the bulb. If you notice, when you're putting it back in, that little rod is down. And you don't want to touch this bulb when you're replacing it with your hands, because any grease on your fingers, this gets really hot. And any grease on your fingers is going to cause it to have issues. So now it's all about feel. Again, rod's down. And you want to be careful putting it in so you don't bang it on stuff. But as you can see, you guys can see much better than I can see. And then once it's in, you just slide it back and forth and it'll seat in the notch. You twist it sideways and rotate it. All right, it's seated in the notch now. So now you got to find those two clips, which fell down a little bit. So these two clips right here, yeah, you can kind of see that. Now this goes in towards the bulb and then locks in place. Takes a little trial and error because you really can't see anything in there. All right. All right, hold on. One of them's on, the other one came off. I want to make sure the bulb's seated properly. All right, the bulb's in there properly. Now I got to get that back on. All right, that one's in. All right, that one's in. Nope, not in. All right, try switching hands here. Actually, now that the bulb's in, oh, it's clipped. All right, so now with that bulb's on, this goes back on, and this is going to go in, and it's about an eighth of a turn. Slides onto the back of the bulb, twist. Same thing here. This is about an eighth of a turn. Sets in. Twist, and then you got to get this little guy back on this clip. push them back in. Goes together a lot easier than it does coming apart. But, whew, hands are cold. It's very cold out today. That took me, let's see here, 5 minutes, and I was talking during it. So it's not too bad of a replacement, but it does, it's very hard. You can't see anything. And it's very hard to get that clip up. The driver's side is actually much easier. Should have filmed that one first because that one went pretty quick. But thanks for stopping into He's house, where the food's always fresh, the back deck's always open, and hopefully now you can see how to change your HID light bulb in your 2015 Toyota Sienna. I'll see you all around. Bye now.